This is the one that a lot of you have been asking to see, the brand new iPhone 14 Pro in this new deep purple color. Let's take a closer look here on MCon Reviews. So, the brand new iPhone 14 Pro. Now, there are two variations of this. The iPhone 14 Pro with this 6.1-inch Pro Motion display, or a larger 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, just to begin with, because a lot of people will want to know about the color, this is deep purple, and I don't know, I mean, those of you that want a vibrant purple probably are not going to get that with this color, but I think it's a nice subtle purple. Like, it's going to appeal to a lot of people. So it looks more gray in certain lighting, but you can certainly tell that purple color there. Beautifully chamfered edges around the sides. There's that larger camera module, which we'll talk about in a moment. Now, on the front, as I mentioned, is that Pro Motion display. So you're getting super smooth scrolling throughout. But Apple have made changes to that front notch. There's no longer a notch. They're calling this the dynamic island. And the way it works is pretty interesting, because if you have something playing, like for example, let's start recording a voiceover, you can see there's a little icon that pops up there, but when you go out into the home screen, it expands. So it's quite an interesting take on that top notch. Certainly much more dynamic than just a static kind of space on the screen over there. Another example of that dynamic island is if I press and hold. So I've got some music playing right now, but if I press and hold, you see it kind of expands out like that. It's really ingenious, actually, the way Apple have done that. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Currently, this is powered by the new A16 Bionic chip, and you also have updates when it comes to the camera. So on the back, we now have a 48 megapixel main camera with a quad sensor setup. That's basically going to get you much more details in shots that are taken. We have that 12 megapixel for the ultra wide, and then a 12 megapixel for the telephoto. And one of the things that you can do with the camera is now you're able to kind of zoom in. Let's do it the other way over here. So you can see we've got the ultra wide, 1x, 2x, and 3x, and then it zooms all the way into 15x over there. Right, another thing that I have to mention, because I use this all the time, is cinematic mode now supports 4K. So that means that you're able to film 4K in cinematic mode on the new iPhone 14 Pros. Now, there are a couple of new additional, more safety conscious features for the new iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. One of those is emergency SOS. This is the ability to use satellites to essentially be able to call out for help and emergency. The other really cool feature, which is available in the Apple Watch, there is a crash detection now. So if you get into a crash, the combination of the gyro and a few other features in the actual physical phone will be able to alert authorities if you got involved in a crash. So pretty cool to see Apple incorporate both of those in their phone. The brand new iPhone 14 Pro. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video here on MQuan Reviews.